Hi, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. Welcome back to my channel. I have a project. I saw Natasha at Treasure Books showing a journal she'd made, a 3-ring journal, and when she flipped through, she had a pocket that looked kind of like this. It didn't have this here. This is my prototype. But it had like a tag behind it, some tags across here, and then it would open up and have tags inside. And I thought that was really cool. She's going to go on next week and tell how to make all the elements of her pocket, and I'm sure she isn't doing it the same way I'm doing it. She does things so neatly. But anyway, I made one out of a book page just for fun, and I glued a piece of magazine across here for the pocket. Then I made one out of a magazine page and just turned the page up for the pocket, so you could do that also. That tag's the journaling card's a little bit small for that, but you could do it with a magazine page if you don't have other things to do it with, and you can fit a lot of the little tags across this area, and once again you could put a tag down behind it. So that's what I want to do, is make some of these, and I think they would be kind of you could mass make them. So I prepared some paper ahead of time. I printed this off. I don't know where I got it. I've had it for years in my files and my electronics, and I'm going to make a couple out of this, but it's white on this side, so folding it back isn't going to work. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'll get my hole punch out to do a thumb notch, and I'm making these 4 inches because my pages are usually about 5.5, and I don't want it to go across the whole page. So I'm making it about 4, and I'm just going to cut a little notch here. Where that's going to be. And I think, I'm trying to think how far I want it folded up. I don't think I want it up too high. Let's see. Yeah, I think about there. And then fold this down. And I'm going to have some other paper to cover this part up here. So I'm folding it at about, let's see, about 2.5 inches here, and this top one is folded down about 2.5, so 2.5 and 2.5. So I'm going to fold this one the same way. About, I don't measure precisely. How is everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Having decent weather and good things happening at your house. Okay, and fold this one down about 2.5 also. Now I have some green paper that I had left over from a project I did. And I can cut this and make it I think if I cut it at 4 inches and cut off my mess down here at the bottom. How big did I make this pocket? This one's a little over 1 inch, and this other one hope I'm in view here. I didn't even look. The other one's about 1.5, so I think I'll do it about, maybe I should do it at 2. 1.5, 2. Let's do 2, and then I can always cut it if I need to. I can always trim it down if I don't like the way that is. Yeah, 1.5. 1.5 is the good point here. And I've got scraps. And then when I glue everything, I'll glue that down there. And I'm going to make another one here. Four. By 1.5. All right, so I have my 2 pieces for this one. For these 2, and I'm actually going to do 2 more, and these I'm going to do out of this paper. And I think I'm going to try and tear this. By the way, these are, oh, these are only 8.5. I must have done the paper the other way. Let me see if this is 8.5. Yep. Okay. I was going to tear it the wrong way. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have a tall one, but I don't know that I really want a tall one. Get it lined up on my grid here so I can tear it even. I hope. Well, it works better if I turn it over that way. And we'll do this one over 4 more. And that leaves me a little bit. I could make a narrow one. Didn't tear it very straight here. Guess I should have used my chopper since I was tearing it on the smaller side. Oh well. Live and learn. We've been having some decent weather. A little bit of rain. We're supposed to get more rain this week, which is good. I don't mind the rain when we need it. Okay. Once again, I'm folding them at about 2.5 or 1.5. Whoops, that one I did 2.5. This one was, oh, that's at 2.5. Okay. I forget what I'm doing here. I get talking and I forget what I'm doing. Okay. Now, if I wanted that on the bottom one, no. Well, actually, I could, because this will be partly covered up. Let's see here. If you haven't watched Natasha's channel, Treasure Books, you need to go over and watch it. She is fantastic. She has the most beautiful things that she makes, and she makes some really interesting things and has very interesting ideas. And I don't think she uses digitals. She may use them, but if she does, it's not very often. All right, I'm going to punch my little notch in here, and as you can see, they're not evenly folded, which is fine. It doesn't matter. And I think I will do This little guy here, whoops, well, those went in my lap. That's okay. I think I'll do the little one, the narrow one. Why not? It'll make a good pocket. And fold that down like that. Now, if I don't like these being white on the inside, I could do some do either some stamping or some, ooh, that one's totally uneven, or some stenciling on them. But I don't think I mind them being white on the inside. At least the green one I don't. This blue, I need to cut and do a notch in this one. They always flip everywhere. Maybe I will do some stenciling on these, just a little bit. I have my stencils right here. That's the one we'll use. And do I want to do anything on the green one? I don't really have a green that goes with that. So if I do that, I'll do it with another color. Okay. I've had these ink pads forever and never opened them up until recently. And actually, the only part that needs to be inked is this top up here. That comes out a little bit dark here and there. Just the top part, where it's going to be seen when it's opened up. Yeah, that looks good. Yep. That one's done. Let's do this one. And I don't mind that it's going on heavier in some places than others. I know sometimes you want it to be even, but on this I don't think I care a whole lot. Okay, now the little one. Now I've seen people wet these and then put them down. I wonder if I put it like this. Get the ink all over me. Let's see if I can do something to rub the ink onto the other side. Well, it vaguely worked. Not much. I think I need to spray it with water and then do it. And I don't have any water spray in here, so that won't work. Okay. Oop, that could go down a little further. And I probably should wipe this off before I put it away. And get it off my fingers. I wonder if I could have wet it with this and then done it. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, look, it came out on there. Oh, that would have been pretty. I think I'll do that next time. I like that reverse image. Yeah. Okay, I learned something tonight. Which isn't that unusual for me to learn something, because I don't know that much about doing these kind of things. I haven't used a lot of stenciling in my journals. Okay, and these need inking, so you know what? I'm going to ink it with that. At least that part of it. Oops, got a little carried away with that one. Oh well. Maybe I'll just push a little of the blue in there. And what did I do with my lid? There it is. Okay. Now the next thing to do would be to glue them down and get all of them over here and start gluing, except these I don't have the little piece to go across here. I'm going to have to find something to go across on these. Okay, let's glue these on here. I can't help myself. I have to ink. I'm sorry. At least the part that's going to be glued toward the top. I can glue I can ink the rest of it after the video. But the part up here I wanted to ink now. Okay, that's the part I inked, so I'm going to put my glue around 3 sides. I probably should have folded the paper over to make it a little sturdier for this. And I had plenty of it to do it with. But hindsight is always better than foresight. The shoulda, woulda, couldas. There we go. And I will also glue this part. Well, it's easier to ink this while it's open also. Okay. And I know I'm out of view again. Okay, so there we have one. It's ready to put things in here and also in here. And I may decide to do something up here, some stenciling. I kind of like that. But we'll see. Okay. Oops, there's a little bit of needs to be trimmed a little bit. It's not exactly right. And that kind of came off, so okay, so there's 2 that are just about done. Now I have to come up with something to put out here. And I'm wondering if I might want to do some washi tape on some, it'd have to be on paper, of course, and then put over there, but I've got some washi tapes that might be, well, that one's too big, and that one definitely is too big. So is that one here. Let's see. I have one down here that I think would go with it. If I can find the opening of it, I think I'll put it on this paper and then trim it. But I got to get it where the end of it is. Sorry if I'm out of view here. I want to make sure I get it up at the top. Get it the right way here. If you start it out right, then hopefully it'll continue right. And I only need 4 inches, so for each one there's 4. Whoops, and it's gone crooked. Either the paper is crooked or I'm running the tape crooked. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have enough to do 4 more? Yes, I've got it. Oops. That wasn't good. All right. Boy, that made a mess to start with. Sometimes these cheap washi tapes don't work like they should. And I think I may have enough for 4 inches out here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got it. Hooray. That is so disgusting. And it's pretty washi. It's very pretty washi tape. Very disgusting, though. Waste half the roll. Good heavens. Now I want to make sure it's on solid. And take that piece off. And I'm going to cut 4 inches off of this one and then trim it down where I need it to be. Actually, I could leave that a little bit. I did the other ones at 1.5. I can actually do this at 1.5 and it won't look that bad, I don't think. Or I can put another piece across the top. I may put another piece across the top. And this one is for the small one. And it is just about 3 inches. Oh, I hope I've got enough here. If not, I'll have to do something else. Okay. I think I can live with that. And my 1.5 up here. Okay, got those 2. Now I need this one. cut that off there, and we will do our 4 inches over here. Oops. And then 1.5. That's what I decided worked. And that is exactly 1.5. Ha! Okay. Now I need to put something up at the top of these so that they look better, even if I ink them. Let's see what I have here. I have a bunch of little tapes, and I think they worked pretty good if I'm remembering right. That one might work. Let's see how it looks on the little one. This is almost more trouble than what it's worth to do it this way. I should have had some matching papers, and then I wouldn't have had to mess with the washi tape, but I thought the washi tape would be pretty. Okay. Yeah, I like that.